F26, just found out that my husband, M35, has made sex tapes with over 100 women. My husband slept with over 100 women and it's making me doubt him? I guess more than anything I'm shocked and hurt. I met my husband 2 years ago and until the point that we got married 3 months ago we were long distance. When we met I was a virgin and made him wait until we got married. I had asked about his number and he refused to say. I asked if it was more than 5 and he said I mean a little more. Well, yesterday my phone was down and he gave me his old iPad for the day. As I was going through it I see sex tapes, hundreds of them, all with different women. Without exaggerating, there is over 100 women that he made tapes with multiple times. I didn't look at it all. But honestly it left me very heartbroken and wondering if he ever cheated, knowing that half of our 2 years of dating we were apart. He never intended for me to find these tapes and I don't plan to confront him about it. It just stings and I don't know how to even move forward. Also, I just find it insane that the guy that has slept with every woman felt the need to marry the virgin. Like what? Surely he had plenty of opportunities that would have made more sense. I know that he loves me, but I'm now so insecure and thinking, well, why me? I guess some other things that are really fueling these insecurities. When we met I knew he had an ex-fiancée who he broke up with 10 years prior and claimed to have not been in contact with her ever since. Well, turns out she had moved to a different state and he was still buying airplane tickets to go and smash her until a week before we met. He also stressed out how unkosher it is to be friends with an ex's family. Well, apparently he is still friends with all her family. Texts them regularly. Calls to wish her nieces and nephews happy birthday. Goes out with her brother every couple of months. My ex's brother texted me asking for work advice a few days ago and my husband was absolutely outraged and asked me to block him and not respond. I did, and then I asked him if he was in contact with any of his ex's family. Even though I already knew he was very clear about him respecting me too much and knowing better than to do such a thing. I also know that our sex has been far away from great. I mean, we failed for a while and now it lasts like a minute at best because I'm simply too tight. So is he constantly fantasizing about other women? All of this is just so overwhelming and has me throwing up and shaking. I just don't know what to believe when this man seems like the sweetest, most lovable human, and I really believe that he loves me and is faithful, but it's just so much to process. And why even lie to me? Why not just be honest? Update. Not sure if this is relevant information, but we met during the 2 weeks he was traveling for work and spoke for hours on the phone every day. He came, took me on a date and then proposed on the second date. I said no, so he kept consistently proposing until I said yes. Eventually, a month later, of going on daily dates, I said yes. He tried to convince me to marry him every day until finally I did 3 months ago. That's 23 months after we met. Update about the tapes. The iPad is old and all the tapes are from before we met. Knowing him, he doesn't know that his iCloud backed them up. Also, it's so clear that everyone has consented. The girls talk to the camera and they change angles. So I confronted him about the ex's family. He opened his phone in front of me and had a message from her brother, to which I said, isn't he related to your ex? That's the same last name? He just said, yeah, I've known them my whole life, I just didn't want to tell you so you don't get too possessive.